Handoff up the middle again. Peterson's got some room up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
It's time for high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Les Schwab Tires, and Sangster Motors. Now, let's go to live coverage of high school sports on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station.
Panthers win the district championship.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to East Wenatchee, Washington, site of today's encounter between the Davis Pirates and your Eastmont Wildcats. Hi again, I'm Sebastian Moraga. Alongside me is our soccer expert, Matt Wisen. And Matt, on paper, this one looks pretty one-sided, but there's a reason they don't play these games on paper.
You're right. I was just saying, Eastmont made it look easy the first two games they played each other, but that all goes out the window. It's first of all, it's soccer. I can't explain it. I was talking to somebody the other day about the game and why somebody beats somebody else, because on paper, in the match, you could tell there's one dominant team, and that team lost. The only thing you can say is it's soccer. And now you throw in the playoffs. So, again, on paper, it looks great. Eastmont is kind of trending upwards in their health, and their confidence is good. Coach always worries about team being overconfident, and that third game curse. I'm kind of it's day after Halloween, But Davis is also starting. They're excited about the depth. They've had a roller coaster with their health this year, and on the downside is they've had a roller coaster with the health. On the upside is some of the players may not have gotten the minutes they did because of those injuries, and so they have a pretty deep bench now that has game time experience. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see indeed, folks. This one is one for which you keep all sorts of prognostications and guesses on a big binder of the side, and you just enjoy the good soccer that's ahead. When we come back, we have interviews with the coach for the Eastmont Wildcats and a whole lot more here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The newest generation of GMC Sierra pickups offer the most advanced technology, the strongest selection of powertrain, and everything else you need to work hard, play hard, and explore the boundaries of the Wenatchee Valley and beyond. Take a look at the latest, most luxurious and durable trucks on the market.
You will see why GMC is not your grandfather's pickup.
You want to bet, kid?
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free.
Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Welcome back to East Wenatchee, Washington, Wildcat Stadium. Next to us is the head coach of the Wildcats, Coach Vidal Hurtado. Coach, as always, welcome. And like we were talking in the pregame, make your overconfident guesses at your own risk. This is a team that you guys have beaten twice, but it's very hard to beat a team a third time, and it's the playoffs. And on top of that, it's soccer, as unfair a sport as we'll find anywhere.
Yeah, that is true. However, I don't believe that's going to be the case for us today. We're highly motivated. And really, you asked me why we're wearing this ribbon, and they're playing today for Coach Kimmel, who's been diagnosed with B-cell lymphoma, and he's going to be taking that battle. So I know that today we're not going to sleep at all. We're going to work for him.
Absolutely. Coach Kimmel, an integral part of this, not just this team, but the school district as well. As if you needed extra motivation, there you have it. How are you doing health-wise now that we're towards the end of the regular season, actually into playoffs? Have you overcome some of those ouchies you had early in the season?
Yes, we have. They were a little bit more than ouchies. We had season enders, injuries that lasted 5-6 weeks. So we're on an upward trend. Fortunately, girls are getting back to their form. It's the right time to do that, to heal up. Unfortunately, we're still going to we're going to have to play without Kendall, and but I know that she's done a heck of a job as a leader and supporting us in everything that we do. So physically, upward trend, and we just want to continue.
Now, in the absence of those players who had those serious injuries, a lot of players got a lot of minutes. Now you have some of those players coming back. Is that going to upset the chemistry of the team?
I mean, we're working with young adults. Yes, there's going to be players that would want more, but now it's about competing and trying to get to the next game, and decisions are based off of that. We talked about having a high work rate, high intensity. That way, if we do that, we're able to sub the players that deserve to be in there, that have been playing there in that position, in their position. So if we play with high intensity, high work rate, I think that we'll see a lot of our players find minutes today.
All right. Coach, thank you very much. Best of luck today. That was Vidal Hurtado, the head coach of the Eastmont Wildcats. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the kickoff right after this.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well-versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the Diagnostic Doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
They're visiting Davis Pirates. This is an ordinal order, not necessarily positional. Number 1, goalkeeper Alexis Torres. Number 2, Julie Covarrubias. Number 5, Ilse Velasquez. Number 7, Evelyn Galindo. Number 8, Yaritza Martinez. Number 10, Vanessa Lugo. Number 11, Arlene Mendez. Number 12, Aileen Matias. Number 13, Sari Nugent. Number 16, Annie Rosales. And number 17, Emily Garcia. The head coach for the Davis Pirates is Juan Christian Gonzalez, assisted by Emily Frazier, Gabriela Galindo, and Tatiana Ailes. And now the starters for your Eastmont Wildcats, coached as always by the one, the only Vidal Hurtado. On goal, number 0, Ali Tigner. Number 7, Kylie Weems. Number 8, Sarah Downs. Number 9, Liliana Johnson. Number 13, Halen Magnuson. Number 16, Ellie Prazer. Number 17, Jessie Ramirez. Number 18, Kylie Matrichet. Number 19, Anna Klinkenberg. Number 20, Sophia Greathouse. Number 22, Paige Fisher. And the assistants for Mr. Hurtado are Letty Fisher, Robert Martinez, and the man for whom the team from Eastmont is playing tonight. You can see the green ribbons for cancer awareness. My fellow Coug, my longtime friend, Matthew Kimmel. We love you, Matthew. Mr. Wisen, over there. Welcome back.
Who are you?
I'm Sebastian. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And it just,
pleasure to meet you.
You know, it seems like so long since
I know.
way too long.
Yeah, you've really gotten old.
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago.
I know.
Game.
It was. Now, we talked about this. Tell us, as in your experience as coach, is chemistry a factor in a game like this? Like we said, well, we talked to Coach Hurtado with players coming back from injury, facing perhaps the possibility of going to the bench, given that the players that replace them have kind of grabbed a toehold on the starting lineup, so to speak.
Yeah, chemistry is definitely an issue. Trust, I think, might be a little bit bigger of an issue or a factor. And buying into the program, chemistry is good because it helps speed of play and all that other stuff. Trust in knowing that the lineup is that way for a reason, buying into it. as a coach, you got to kind of play your hot hand at the time, regardless of whether that player is just coming off the bench for the first time that year or has been all year. Got to play your hot hand to start the game, see how it goes, but trust the coach, trust your other players around you. Be confident that what they're doing is for the betterment of the game, for the team.
So you gotta buy into what the coach is telling. You gotta trust the process, so to speak.
Trust the process.
Yeah.
Trust your teammates. I don't know. Sometimes you feel like you're kind of making the stuff up because it's soccer. And what we talked about in preseason, you start out with your hot hand. You trust what you've been trained, and the lineup. And we'll continue this after we have our national anthem.
We're going to take a quick break here for the Star Spangled Banner. When we come back, we have 40 minutes of top-notch soccer action for you. This is NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
I believe we've been coming to Abby's for 56 years, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
56 years.
Remembering all the events as a family and a community that we spent at Abby's.
Excellent and delicious food at an affordable price. We're delighted that we live close enough to be able to be a frequent customer.
And we are.
And we are. In fact, we've got orders to bring home a giant pizza when we leave here tonight.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill, located in East Wenatchee. Highlander Golf Course has added 2 state-of-the-art full-swing simulators. Food and drink service is available from our full-service bar and grill, offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Indoor and outdoor seating available. Call Shalane, our on-site coordinator, to schedule your special event.
Welcome back. We just gave you the starting lineups before the break. The starting lineups brought to you all season long and playoffs, thanks to our friends at TC's Lingers. Let TC's Lingers save you time, money, and labor with their conveyor application. Call for your free estimate today. Call 509-885-2269. 509-885-2269. TC's Lingers of Wenatchee, your landscape placement company. We're almost ready to start here, folks. This contest between two teams who know each other rather well. Now, one of the things you mentioned during the pregame, Matt, was the 3-game curse. Now, I know we're still in kind of like this sugar-fueled haze after Halloween and all that. Well, most of us are. And tell us a little bit more. It's basically, the bottom line is, it's very hard to beat a team 3 times in a row in the same season, correct?
Correct. Yeah, the other team has that motivation built in. It's hard to motivate a team that's won 2 prior games. It's hard to get them from looking past your current opponent that you've beat the prior 2 times. So that definitely gives Davis Pirates the upper hand in that little part of the equation. The way you deal with it, if you're Eastmont, is you've got to get the players to look at this game, this one game, identify, you look back at the 2 games, where they were successful, where they had struggles. Because every game, no matter how lopsided it is, even the best teams struggle at something. It can get better. And so as a coach, that's probably what I would be doing, reminding the team that this is soccer. Crazy things happen. You can have the ball for 90% of the game and still give up one goal against run of play, and not find your way back into the game and drop it. So that's what I'm talking about if I'm the coach Hurtado tonight. I think they're in a good position, and I hate to be
overconfident.
Overconfident, perhaps. And to the Davis Pirate parents watching this game, streaming it, I apologize. I am a little bit of a homer here, and I do have a tendency to say we and all this other stuff. But we are grateful you are watching and made the trip. So with that said, I think Eastmont feels pretty confident going into this game. They've found ways to score.
Oh, a bit of a takeaway there. Let's see what happens here. And the shot. Oh, it's Link's pass. Oh, goal. Bit of a miscue by the goalkeeper. Unfortunate. It's Link's pass between her legs. And we'll tell you in a second who's there to tap it in. But just like that, 1-0, less than a minute into it. It's number 8, it looks like. She's right in front of us.
It's hard to tell whether it was already in or if it was tapped in.
No, she tapped it in. She tapped it in. It was number 9, actually. Number 9, Liliana Johnson with the first tally of the contest. That's got to be one of the fastest goals we've seen ever since we've been doing these games together, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, that was very impressive. Quick, very opportunistic. But that's the one way you deal with teams that have hope is you got to put your foot down hard, fast.
A quick run on the foot. Go ahead, please, Matt. Go ahead.
And just take control of the game. You see it too many times where the favored team just doesn't put their foot on the pedal because they think it might be easier for whatever it is, and they let the other team hang around. And before you know it, at some point, it becomes difficult to actually put your foot on the ground. But that's definitely the start you want to see Eastmont, any team, make. If you're rooting for that team, it is a quick start. And, yeah.
On the throw-in for Eastmont, off to the races now is Fisher. Fisher and Johnson. Johnson leaving her marker behind. This Johnson wants a second goal right away. The quick to the touch to the side. Heart of the box, shaking one off. Cleared away by the back line of the Pirates. Trying again. Looks like Paige Fisher. Shot across. Nobody to tap it in, and with more urgency than style, the ball is sent by number 13, Sari Nugent, to the throw-in. Just like that, 1-0 for the Wildcats.
So the pace coming down the side is really, really bothersome for Davis right now. It's just, and so what you see with Davis having to do is they shift their back line to cover as soon as that attacker gets by that outside back. And so they need to send another defender over to step up to the ball, and then it spreads that defense out wide. Now, where Eastmont just kind of failed to finish off is they didn't send runners up into those gaps and exploit those gaps that were created by that shift in the back line.
The through ball, a bit too long. There's Tigner with a stop. Ball for Johnson. Johnson trying to sneak one past her marker, trying to connect with Ramirez. Ramirez back to Johnson. Good anticipation that time by, it looks like number 20 for the Pirates. We'll tell you in a second who it is because play continues. Is America Zavala. America Zavala, number 20. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Davis via Siri Nugent putting it back into play. 1-0 lead for the Wildcats. This moment of the game brought to you by Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge. 100% real cheese and freshly rolled dough. Make it an Abby's Pizza tonight. Ramirez, shot across, and the stop by Miss Alexis Torres. Difficult start of the game for Miss Torres. Had a bit of a Bill Buckner moment there that cost her team, but it's still super early. Plenty of soccer to be played here in this chilly night of playoff action, Big Nine playoff action near the eastern shores of the mighty Columbia. Ball has gone out of bounds, says the assistant referee. It should be Davis' ball.
Yeah, if there's one thing that Davis might take comfort in, is that it seems like a lot of games where one team scores really quickly and seemingly easily. sometimes I can play against that team that scores so quickly, and that mentally they think that the rest of the game might play out the same way and lose a little bit of their intensity and focus, and then it becomes a struggle from then on. We'll see how this game plays out, but that's one thing I'm telling my players if I'm Davis coach right now is keep your head in this game and don't lose hope.
Nugent and Lugo, recovered by the Wildcats. Matias. She's got by far the coolest last name of anybody on this pitch. That's my son's name. Touch upfield. Rejected by the back line of the Pirates. Trying to make a move was Matrichet. Touch to the back. Now even further back for the attentive Miss Tickner. Tickner opening the game up to the left side of the midfield. Stopped there by Covarrubias. Covarrubias responds by Downs. The quick turn that time by Matrichet off to Miss Johnson, who's been a constant headache. Johnson trying to surprise Miss Torres again. Doesn't pan out. Ball ends up in the goalkeeper's hands. There's a header. 2 against 2. Putting some pressure now for Davis is Zavala. Ball goes out of bounds. Last one to touch it was Haley Magnuson. Excuse me, throw in. Not a major worry for the back line of the Wildcats. Good give and go that time. Off to the races is Johnson with a bit of room. Down the middle, it looks like it's Ramirez waiting for it. No shot across. Recovered by Zavala. Touched to the back. Velasquez. Across midfield we go. Greathouse to the flank. Back to Greathouse. Back to the flank. Into the center circle. Moving now to the left side of the defense. Downs. Trying to get one past Velasquez. Matrichet. Klinkenberg. Across the center alley. Back to Klinkenberg. Trying to make a move now is Fisher. Looking for Johnson. Recovered by Zavala. Fisher. Good move. Ramirez trying to shake off a marker. This could be interesting. Ramirez, and ultimately Alexis Torres, the goalkeeper for the Pirates. Martinez. A touch up the flank. Looked like for Lugo. Ball goes out of bounds. Zavala. Lugo. Zavala. Zavala. Trying to get it past Weems. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Zavala on the throw-in for the Pirates. We're approaching the 9th minute. They make that the 10th minute of play. Velasquez with a little bit of trouble controlling it. Mendes. The delivery across to Galindo doesn't work. Deep ball to the back for Rosales. And before Ms. Nugent can catch up, ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Wildcats. This moment of the game brought to you by Biosports Physical Therapy. Find them online at biosports.net. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. There's a touch. Upfield by Weems. Ball sails long and wide. No, it's still inbounds. Good job by the defense of the Pirates, not just surrendering that one to the goal kick. Out of the box. This could be interesting. Fisher. There's Johnson. Flag is up. None of that will count. Offside call. I have my doubts about that one. We're going to go with the experts. What do you think, Matt? She may have been just a hair.
It was close.
Yeah, a hair offside.
Yeah. My eyes right now, from like 8,000 feet up, and and being close to 300 years old.
They're not.
I think I'll rely on the AR there, but it looked a little close.
Okay. A bit of a foul there. Hooking arm around the Pirate player, in this case, Ilse Velasquez. It will be a free kick for the Pirates from inside their own half of the field. Straight up ahead, looking for Velasquez. Rejected by the back line of the Wildcats. Maytrichet and Klinkenberg. Klinkenberg across the center alley under the mark of Galindo. All of a sudden, the Wildcats playing a quick counterattack, and here it is. A quick run down the flank, two waiting inside the box, shot across for Johnson. Johnson to touch. A bit of a give and go with Ramirez. Rejected by the back line of the Pirates. Let's see if they can make something happen out of this ball in transition. Klinkenberg. On the mark is Yaritza Martinez. Klinkenberg. Nugent. Pushed back upfield by Zavala. Ball goes out of bounds. Covarrubias. Johnson off to the races now. Good ball. A bit, just a hair too long. Garcia and Torres. 12 minutes, 16 seconds into this first half of play. And Eastmont still leading the Pirates since basically the 30th second of the first half. Maytrichet. Bit of a through ball that doesn't pan out. And it looks like Nugent sending it to the left flank of the defense. Off to the races we go. On the mark now for Eastmont is Weems. Ball goes out of bounds. We might have a substitution coming. Yes, indeed, it's number 10 for the Eastmont Wildcats. That will be Mackenzie Ferguson. First substitution of the game.
So back to that offside call really quick. You know, part of the reason why I was a little hesitant is I've been watching a ton of games. You know, think I would have backed off a little bit. But no, I've been watching a lot of games and now with Tyler playing in the NCAA. And there's times when I'm even seeing, you know, high caliber NCAA referees struggle with that call. And I know for a fact they've blown a few this year, and it happens. So that's why you're never 100% confident with that call.
Makes sense. Rosales. Kicked back by the Wildcats. Couple of bounces, and now the ball belongs to the Pirates. Good move that time, shaking one marker. The recovery by Downs. That one is Johnson. Back to Downs. Pushing it upfield for Fisher. Johnson. Edge of the box. A good penetration. Go, 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 go! Completely untouched. Completely unmarked. The Wildcats put it a second time on the board. We'll tell you in a second who it is. But she had the easiest time going down the right flank and putting it in the back of the net, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, I think, well, Davis, I was just taking some notes there. Their back line is very spread out, and they're very flat. What I mean by flat is in a straight line across the field. And they got caught watching the ball, and that runner came in off her back shoulder, and I don't even think she knew she was there.
She's fresh off the bench. That was Miss Ferguson who just came in.
And so Coach Hurtado probably saw that and probably said, hey, make that blindside run, get him behind that defense, and send this long cross. And that's exactly what happened. And the other way to open this defense up is to send a second runner through, hold that line flat, hold him in place, and then
Ramirez, shot across, Ramirez, the touch, and it sails just a little wide. A good effort once again by Miss Ferguson. Matt Wisen, the floor is yours once again.
Yeah, it was a good one-time touch there. Just like I was saying, hold that line and then send a second runner, an attacking midfielder or a central midfielder through or an overlapping back, which right now, that's another point I was going to say, Eastmont can stand to send another defender forward. They're holding 4 back, and Davis is only really having 1 high. So bring more players into the attack and keep possession for a little longer. But with that said, that was a fantastic cross, fantastic finish, and long-winded way to say it.
That's the way. That's how we roll around here on NCWLIFE. We have Leah Lamas in the contest for Pirates, number 6.
We need to have a sponsor for that long-winded game moment of the game.
We'll improvise. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously every time you stop by. Another distinguished sponsor of NCWLIFE Sports. Speaking of NCWLIFE Sports, I have to make a point here, folks. You cannot see this, but I am wearing, like every good teacher's pet, my NCWLIFE hat. My partner here is wearing a hat that says tacos and siestas.
Priorities.
I got to tell you, that hat looks a lot more comfortable than this one does. So.
It's well worn. It's well worn. I like to tell people what my priorities are, and maybe that's opened up for another sponsorship.
That works,
there too,
yeah,
right? Taco time. And,
absolutely.
Maybe somebody.
Let's not say names, though, okay?
Somebody that sells good tacos and somebody that sells good sleep bedding.
2-0, Eastmont over Davis, 17 minutes into it. We're approaching the first half of the first half, folks. Miss Torres. Right-footed shot. The rejection by Fisher. Johnson. Maytrichit. Johnson. Maytrichit. Klinkenberg. Magnuson. And ultimately Tinkner. Recovered by the Pirates. Lamas. Bit of a through ball there. Martinez is going to get there. And she's just going to tap it in enough to keep it away from the reach of the goalkeeper Tickner, but that's as far as she could get. Good effort by Davis, though. And we all know what they say about the 2-0 score, don't we, Matt Wisen? Very duplicitous, very deceiving.
Yeah, it's not my favorite score in the world.
Covarrubias off to the races for Lugo. Good anticipation by the back line of the Wildcats. Ball goes out of bounds. That doesn't quite work to the liking of, it looks like, number 8, Miss Downs. Ball returns to action. Now goes right back out again. 18 minutes, 44 seconds into this first half of play. This moment of the game brought to you by Confluence Health, high quality care close to home. Confluence Health is dedicated to improving our patients' health with safe, high quality care in 12 communities.
So just what I was saying about Davis's back line when Eastmont is in the attack. Eastmont kind of has some of the same things going on when Davis has the ball around midfield. You look at their back 3 or 4, and they're very spread out. They're not compact enough, and so I think Davis has seen that. The last few balls have been playing these big gaps where they're sending one runner through. Unfortunately for Eastmont, they just haven't been enough pace on those passes to connect. But that's, I think, what Davis has picked up on here, trying to maybe counter or expose that spread in the back line.
The stop that time by Torres. The Pirates trying to make something happen at midfield. Touch upfield, good maneuver. Shot across, looking to connect with Lugo. Lugo. Good touch. Getting that right foot ready. This could be interesting. The shot sails a little wide. Good effort. It looked like number 8, Yaritza Martinez on that shot. Let's see what the referee says. The referee says we will have Eastmont ball and an Eastmont substitution, number 11 for the Wildcats. That would be Julia Martinez. Ball goes out of bounds. It bounced off. It looked like number 22, Fisher. So it will be Pirates ball. Lamas on the throw-in. The recovery by the Wildcats. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Wildcat ball, and it is. 20 minutes, 52 seconds into this first half of play. Across midfield we go with some speed now. May tries it. Johnson, good through ball into the box. Left foot ready. Flag is up. Really? Okay. Offside called. All right. It will be an indirect free kick for the Davis Pirates, who now trail Eastmont 2-0.
Good build up. Good look. Good run. Not the outcome they wanted, but it looked good, at least right up until that flag went up. So a quick counter, though. I mean, I like the pace of Eastmont getting up the field and recognizing that it's time to counter.
Nugent on the kick. Recovered by Fisher. Fisher opening the game up, looking to find one of those forwards. Nugent on the recovery, touch to the side. Trying to paint the stripe on the left side to connect with Lugo. There's Lugo. The good give and go. Interesting maneuver. Matias. Shot across. Recovered by the back line of the Wildcats. Across midfield. Waiting for it is Johnson. Johnson. Back to Maytrichit. Maytrichit. And Downs. Push upfield. Good maneuver. Fisher into the box. Somebody open right at the heart of the box. To her it goes. With time and space. Oh, my goodness. It just slips past her foot. Can't quite connect with it, Matt Wisen. That was 3-0 right there.
Yeah, definitely. Had options a couple times in there and just couldn't quite finish. Sometimes the easier ones are the the ones you think might be the easiest become the hardest just because you have too much time to think about it.
Across midfield we go. Maytrichit. Threading the needle a little bit. She is offside once again. I agree with the ref on that one. But that speaks a little bit of a bit of perhaps over-eagerness on the part of Eastmont, or is that just good tactical discipline by the back line of the Pirates? Because that's the third offside call in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, I think that was a little over-eagerness. Okay. I mean, Davis is leaving a lot of room in behind, and they are pretty flat-footed on the back. So it's just a timing thing. It's just your eyes getting a little bit too big and losing patience. You can send that ball in earlier with a flat-footed defender and somebody running at pace. You can pass that player pretty quickly
and stay on side. Yeah. Throw in for the Pirates. Taken away by the back line of Eastmont. Trying to get past the mark and connect with Johnson. Doesn't quite work. The counterattack in the making for the Pirates. Mendes, the through ball, looking to find Yaritza Martinez, but instead it finds the hands of one Ali Tickner. Defensive header, bit of a collision there. Referee says it's Davis ball. This moment of the game brought to you by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, providing heating and air conditioning service and installation since 1982. Serving residential and commercial, they specialize in indoor air quality installation and service or repair. Quick run down the flank. Doing battle over there is Miss Greathouse. Having a bit of trouble there. Davis manages to get the shot. Oh, gets past the marker. Ball goes out of bounds. Let's see what the referee says about this one. It should be Wildcat ball, says the referee. 25 minutes, 1 second into this one, a quarter hour shy of the halftime point. Remember, if Eastmont wins this one, they play the winner of Moses Lake against Eisenhower, which are playing right now. Is that correct, Matt?
Correct. I'm not exactly sure where it's at. I think it's at Eisenhower, but I'm not 100% sure. But that game will be hosted here if Eastmont wins.
And, of course, if Eastmont loses, then it's Davis playing the same two teams, right? That doesn't change, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And if we're tied after 80, we go to overtime. And after that, well, the sweepstakes known around the world as the penalty kick shootout. 25 minutes, 49 seconds. Davis with a couple of players warming up. Not quite ready to go into action yet. Nugent across the center circle. Bit of a charge there. Foul called. And even though she hit the deck, Miss Arlene Mendez is charged with the foul. So it will be Wildcat ball. 26 minutes, 17 seconds. 2-0 lead for the Wildcats. The long ball. And before Miss Martinez, Miss Julia Martinez could catch up to it, Miss Torres, Miss Alexis Torres puts a stop to the danger. The shot, good ball. Zavala, Lugo, and the stop. You could hear the coach, at least we could hear the coach saying, make a run, make a run. And that's exactly what they try to do, Matt Wisen. One should not take this Davis team lightly, even at 2-0.
No, that was a quality pass. Great ball, great run. Good all around. Good job by the keeper reading that.
There's a shot from about 25-plus yards out, and with just a smidgen of difficulty, Miss Tickner puts a stop to the danger. Matt Wisen?
Yeah, I think Davis is getting a little bit of confidence. They're seeing a few things that they can attack, and they're bringing more numbers forward. I think more importantly for them right now, and Eastmont hasn't quite recognized that at this point. And so, the next 2-3 minutes will be probably pivotal for Davis to capitalize on.
Shot across by Mendez. No, she chooses to send it back. To no avail as Johnson starts looking up. Delivers a good touch that time for Miss Martinez. Martinez into the box, quite lonesome, shakes one marker off, tries for the second one and almost prevails. Johnson. Rejected by Matias. Downs. Weems. The center back for Pirates pushing it out of danger. Martinez, Jaritza Martinez this time. The outlet touch for Weems, looking for Johnson. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Pirates.
Better job by Eastmont there, bringing their two center backs in a little tighter and able to make it more difficult for that streaking player to find space.
Lamas. She looks marvelous. Quick Fernando Lamas reference. Went right over everybody's head.
Yeah, I was picking up, and this is Billy Crystal.
Yes, indeed. Billy Crystal. Fernando's hideaway.
That's what I was picking up.
Fernando's hideaway. Yep. 29-14 on the clock. Free kick for the Wildcats. There's Lamas. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball. Johnson and Fisher. Whoa! And Miss Torres tried to slap that one, and it sailed over her head. And my guess is not just a little bit of relief she felt when she looked back and saw that the ball was sailing wide.
I've seen a few goals here like that happen in the past. Those
Yep,
going
yep.
away, far post
Good,
corner.
good through ball, good combination to the heart of the box, open on the right side, but Miss Torres is going to get there first. Matt Wisen, you were saying?
Just those weird, almost impossible goals that just find their way in the top far corner. You're falling away and you take the shot. And
Yep. The through ball that time looking to find Lugo. Instead it's Magnuson, Tickner, Downs. Johnson can't quite catch up to it. Throw-in for the Pirates. 30 minutes 29 on the clock. Just about a little over 10 minutes. A little under 10 minutes, I should say. There's Lamas. Maneuver by Matraichit. Weems. Rejected by the Pirates. Trying to find Lugo. Fisher. Another steal by the Pirate midfield. Whistle on the play. Free kick for Davis. I did not see anything illicit about that play, Matt Wisen. What are we missing here?
I think the referee said she handled the ball there.
So it would be an indirect free kick. Thank you, Matt.
I was trying to read the player. It looked close, but it didn't look like it from up here. But I didn't see any denial by the player, so it must have happened.
Well, then again, we are up here at Mount Broadcast Booth.
It's got to be one of the highest elevation
in Douglas County, for sure.
Yeah, maybe it's just soccer, and you're always either on the verge of a heat stroke or frostbite, and there is no in between.
Free kick for the Wildcats. This moment of the game brought to you by Save Mart. Shop smart, shop local, providing outstanding value and service since 1962. There's Johnson. Touch to the back. Downs. Matraichit. Downs. Fisher. Slips past her, but Johnson is there to scoop it up and enters the box. Shot. Right-footed touch. That shot. Oh, my goodness. What a save. What an outstanding save. The shot, it looked like it was Miss Martinez. Julia Martinez. No, it was number 11. Yeah, it was. It was Martinez, indeed. Point-blank range. And Miss Torres making herself proud, and her folks proud, too, I bet.
Outstanding save. I mean, getting in the way of it is one thing, but not to allow that ball to rebound off you when it's coming in so hard. Just to suck it up and kill the momentum by that ball or the energy and to hang on to it. If it's me, I'm crawling into a fetal position and just hoping it bounces off a hard spot and it goes away. But it takes guts and ability to be able to kill that shot.
It's that belief, as the late great coach Powers at Cascade used to say, when you're a goalkeeper, you got to believe that you are 10 feet tall and bulletproof. That's exactly what Ms. Torres displayed just then. 33 minutes, 41 seconds into this first half of play, and Eastmont still leading 2-0. This could change in this move if Miss Yaritza Martinez catches up to it, but the flag is up. It will be
offside. Just couldn't get back in. You could see her trying to catch up to that line. Just didn't get back in on an onside position prior to that pass coming through. Sometimes they take you by surprise. You don't realize that your team has gained possession, and your little walk back becomes a urgent sprint.
Good ball. No offside call. There's Fisher, and once again Miss Torres, this time with her feet, sweeping away the danger. Nice job by the goalkeeper for the Pirates. Looking for Lugo now. Bit too long for Lugo. Downs.
Yeah, those two strong plays by Davis's keeper can be what it takes to energize this team and give them a little bit of belief and a belief going forward and maybe spark an attack.
It does send a psychological message of, hey, you do your thing up here. I got things under control back here. You guys go right ahead. We're going to be okay back here.
Yeah, and maybe Eastmont now just tries to take a little bit further shots, gets a little bit, loses a bit of composure going forward, second guesses their attack a little bit. So, yeah, congrats to the keeper there for making those two strong saves and getting your team into this game.
Because if you think about it, the minute she doesn't make those saves, that's the game. You cannot. You could come back from 4-0, but it's very rare. There's the touch by Lamas, kicked away by the back line of the Wildcats. Lamas again, trying to get past the mark of Downs. Fisher. Trying to thread the needle for Johnson. 3 in the box waiting for the shot across. There it is. Good touch. Clears one up. The shot. Oh, another save. And this time it dances in front of the goal. A good effort by, it looks like number, from up here, it looked like number 12 for the Eastmont Wildcats. We'll double check that.
Players subbing off right now. Looks like a Eastmont player had a Davis player's got a.
Yes, it looks like
clipped on the shin or the ankle or something there.
Yeah, Lamas is taking a seat. And one of the players back, or rather in, for the Pirates is number 14, whom, of course, is not on our roster. Yeah. There's the shot. Corner kick. Bit of a mixer there, right at the 6. With a bit of trouble. The Pirates trying to clear it out. There's Downs. Savala. Ball remains inbounds. Downs. Now it goes out of bounds. It should be Pirate ball. Throwing for the Wildcats. Martinez putting some pressure. Now it's Downs doing the same. Whistle on the play, foul called. Pirate ball. No, it looks like it was Martinez on that shot because I thought I saw number 12, but I don't see a 12 right now. So I'm going to guess it was number 11 because she's brought some danger earlier as well from that kind of spot on the field. But nevertheless, it's a moot point.
The orange and white is difficult for me to pick up with the numbers. Not quite as if they could outline the orange with black. It'd be a little contrast
easier.
A little easier.
It'd be a little easier. And those ponytails never help.
It's hard to see through them.
Yeah. Clock is stopped at 38, so the time is being kept on the field by the officials. There shouldn't be a lot of injury time. We've had a rather clean first half of action, not a whole lot of stoppages. There's Galindo pushing the ball upfield down the left stripe. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Wildcats. 2-0 the score for Eastmont here in the first half. The first goal basically 30 seconds into the first half, courtesy of one Liliana Johnson, and the second goal just a handful of minutes later, perhaps a little more, courtesy of Miss Ferguson. The touch, Johnson, she's onside the shot, and another stop by Miss Torres. It looks like it's Johnson connecting with Martinez yet again. In this case, it's Julia Martinez. Both teams have a Martinez. Whistle on the play. Play has stopped. Referee has determined that it will be the Wildcats putting it back into action. This is one of the things I've always found impressive about the Eastmont program. You put bench players in and the quality of play doesn't diminish in any noticeable way, at least for my untrained eye, Matt Wisen. they're a program. They're a team. They play the same way no matter who's in the starting 11. The quick run, trying to catch up to it is Zavala. Shot from behind. Let's see what the referee says. The referee says play continues. Fisher, and bounces off a defender. This time it was Arlene Mendez.
Yeah, you know, this year, and from what I've heard, I mean, it's pretty consistent across the board, maybe not to the same level.
And there's the whistle that tells us that this first half can now be found on the vintage section of the store. At halftime, the score is 2 for Eastmont, none for Davis. Don't go away.
I'm Brian Thorpe, and I'm proud to say that Global Car Care is growing. We always do the right thing, and because of that, we're busy, and it's time to hire an experienced automotive technician. We spend as much time with our coworkers as we do our own family. I want them to understand they're not a number here. They're a person with a family, and I want them to be part of this family too. Do you want an owner that understands and respects what you do every day? I'm that guy. Our compensation is the best in the area. I want you to have your career with us.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can just
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
Don't stress, just save up to $250 on select tires with financing at our Les Schwab Fall Tire Sale. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
We were in Roseburg in the early 80s. Our oldest son, Dan, was a defensive back, a starter on that team. They in fact, became Oregon State champions, setting the first undefeated 14-0 season in Oregon's history. And our kids still talk about that. I go back now, too, and I think about all those great days and great times. The neat thing is that we can go back in today and still enjoy the same quality food that we enjoyed 50 years ago. That's legendary.
The newest generation of GMC Sierra pickups offer the most advanced technology, the strongest selection of powertrain, and everything else you need to work hard, play hard, and explore the boundaries of the Wenatchee Valley and beyond. Take a look at the latest, most luxurious and durable trucks on the market.
You will see why GMC is not your grandfather's pickup.
You want to bet, kid?
You've got a lot to do today. While you're out and about, remember to dispose of your unused medications safely and anonymously. It's a simple act that makes your home a safer place. Next time you're at the pharmacy, just place them in the drop box. To find a location, visit medproject.org.
Welcome back to East Wenatchee, Wildcat Stadium. We've just finished 40 minutes of soccer with Eastmont taking a lead of 2-0. If we could take a look at the replay, you'll see that the game was less than a minute old when a shot by Miss Liliana Johnson snuck past. Is it snuck or sneaked? I'm gonna go with snuck.
It's snuck.
Snuck past between the legs of the goalkeeper Alexis Torres to give the Eastmont Wildcats a 1-0 lead. And then a few minutes later, a goal of much higher pedigree than just ball scooting through the wickets. This time courtesy of one Miss Ferguson, putting it beautifully despite the effort of Miss Torres. And that has been it. Eastmont, of course, having come a lot closer to the 3-0 then Davis has come to the 2-1, but still, 40 minutes where a lot can happen, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, I was just thinking, the keeper had like probably the worst start any keeper could ever want. And keeping her head in the game and climbing back from that horrible start and making some quality saves and keeping her team in the game, really, for me, she's the player of the game for Davis.
Absolutely.
And the team should build around that and find maybe some energy going forward in the second half. We were just talking about the depth here before we broke for our commercials here at half, and the depth of the bench and the lack of drop off when Eastmont sends players in. And I was just about to say that unfortunately that's kind of been the case for a lot of teams in the league this year and throughout the state. There's been a rash of injuries for a lot of teams, but unfortunately Eastmont has probably had the worst of it is that you could think of. I mean, some season-ending injuries right off the bat for some all-league players, and but the injuries throughout the season, up and down, really does bring your bench players into the game and gives them quite a bit of minutes. And so what we're seeing now is a lot less of a drop-off that we might have seen the first few weeks in the game or the first month of the season, where those bench players may have not had as many minutes and moments on the pitch under duress with the rest of their starting teammates. And so now you look at these teams, and specifically Eastmont, when they're calling on these players to give reserve minutes on the field, they're just stepping right into something, and they've already got quite a few kicks in with the rest of the starting lineup, and so you don't really notice that too much. And so that's very a positive thing there, and what coaches really want. It's hard for a coach to get bench minutes in with a fully healthy squad throughout the full year. And then some of those teams that you see that like go through that the whole year with hardly any injuries, and then all of a sudden in the last couple of weeks they get some injuries, and then they struggle to even make the playoffs because they just don't have that depth.
I think as proof, we have the fact that the second goal of the game belongs to a bench player, and not just a bench player, but a bench player who had been like at maybe 3-4 minutes, Miss Ferguson, in the game when she found herself celebrating the second tally for the Eastmont Wildcats. I think it speaks to the strength of the program. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we have the second half of this match between Pirates and Wildcats. Don't go away.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill, located in East Wenatchee. Highlander Golf Course has added 2 state-of-the-art full swing simulators. It is available from our full-service bar and grill, offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Indoor and outdoor seating available. Call Shalane, our on-site coordinator, to schedule your special event.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well-versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
I believe we've been coming to Abby's for 56 years, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
56 years.
Remembering all the events as a family and a community that we spent at Abby's.
Excellent and delicious food at an affordable price. We're delighted that we live close enough to be able to be a frequent customer.
And we are.
And we are. In fact, we've got orders to bring home a giant pizza when we leave here tonight.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Welcome back to Eastmont High School, Wildcat Stadium. We're just about ready to start the second half of play here in this Big Nine playoff, or rather play-in clash between the Pirates and the Wildcats. The Pirates from Davis, the Wildcats from Eastmont. The Pirates will take care of business, or at least try to, from right to left on your screen. Yes. And the Wildcats will do the same from left to right on your screen, ladies and gentlemen.
That's impressive with 3 hours of sleep.
I know, right? Yeah. I know. What was my name again? The score is 2-0, and, well, we'll see how this Pirate squad responds now that it's going to be 12 against 11, with the clock ticking very much in favor of the home team. Decked in not baby blue, but it's Columbia blue. Columbia blue. Yes, indeed. We're back in action now. Ball goes almost immediately out of bounds, and the Pirates will put it back into play.
So you ever seen the Columbia that light of blue?
Never. Let's see. No, never. But it's a cool name, Columbia blue. I prefer that to baby blue.
Yeah.
Ball goes out of bounds. Can you believe that baby blue was once one of the colors of the Washington State Cougars? It was pink and baby blue at the very beginning.
Yep. That's, speaking of which, I'm wearing my Cougar shirt right now.
You are? Hey, representing. Right on.
Even though I'm not a Coug, but my son is, so it's
That's
family.
right. He's in the School of Veterinary Medicine, right?
Correct. Jonah is first year in.
All right.
Vet school.
All right. So how many years till we can call him Dr. Wisen?
3.5.
All right. Onward and upward. The defensive maneuver that time by Magnuson, with a bit of trouble now. The Pirates putting some pressure from the start. The effort by Covarrubias sails out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for the Wildcats. The touch for Weems. Up the stripe, Downs and Johnson. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw-in for the Pirates. Velasquez taken back by Eastmont. Fisher. Behind the back of some of those forwards. A good ball, and Miss Torres has to rush to stop the ball from reaching the oncoming Miss Johnson. Weems and Fisher rejected by Zavala. Zavala and Covarrubias. The long ball down the stripe. Trying to connect perhaps with Martinez, Yaritza this case. Rejected at midfield. Trying again is Ramirez. Ramirez and Johnson. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Wildcats. Let's see, we see number 17, Jesse Ramirez, number 22, Fisher, and to her it goes. The shot across doesn't pay dividends. Let's see what the referee says. It will be a goal kick for the Pirates. We're just entering the 4th minute of play here in the second half. This moment of the game brought to you by Global Car Care. ASC certified technicians will take good care of your vehicle. Whether you need general maintenance or have a European specialty car, you can count on Global to keep you on the road. Ramirez. Jesse Ramirez. Trying to get past one. Johnson. Downs. Defensive effort by Mendes. Weems. Taken back by Yaritza Martinez. Martinez and Lugo. Lugo and Velasquez. In a bit of a battle with Weems. Long ball for Johnson. Is she going to keep it in bounds? She is. With a bit of space. Shot across. Can't quite get past Evelyn Galindo. Galindo, the touch upfield for Covarrubias. Covarrubias painting the stripe. Trying to find Lugo. First on it, Magnuson. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a ball belonging to the Wildcats.
So what I'm seeing early on here, and what is very critical if you're the coach to get across these teams, is that the first 10 minutes in the second half is pretty much the whole rest of the game. And whoever gets a goal, I think, has a high likelihood of actually winning this game.
So you're saying if Davis scores in the first 10 minutes of the
Davis scores, that's everything. It's a 2-0 kind of a lead deal. It's really going to put a lot of pressure on Eastmont. Eastmont, if you can get a goal here in the first 10 minutes, you can pretty much see this game out. And the key to doing that right now for Eastmont, you just got to be a little better connected and compact throughout the field. Right now, just prior to this last play right here, what we saw when Davis took possession of the ball, Eastmont was only defending with their back four plus the goalie. And they had 6 behind the ball, or in front of the ball, if you will, and walking back. And there was a massive gap of field just being held by Davis, pushing at the Eastmont goal. You've got to defend more than that. You've got to bring people back into the middle of that field and take control of this game. Otherwise, Eastmont or Davis is going to start pushing numbers into there and might get that goal in this first 10 minutes. And so just keep an eye on that.
We're in the 46th minute of play, so let's see what these next 4 minutes bring to the table. That was quite insightful for a guy advertising tacos and siestas, I have to say. Very impressive. Rosales, straight up the middle. Still up Route 1. Martinez Yaritza. Zavala. Praiser and ultimately Jesse Ramirez. Off to the races is Fisher. Fisher battling with Seri Nugent. Ball goes out of bounds. Seri Nugent will restart the action on a free kick. Referee calling the foul on Fisher. The stop by Praiser. Matraichit. Touch to the back for Magnuson. Weems. Matraichit. Magnuson. Interrupted by Zavala. Trying again for Eastmont is Magnuson under some pressure. Praiser. Taken away by Mendes. Mendes. Lugo. Good maneuver by Yaritza Martinez into the box, and the stop by Tickner. Not a lot came out of it, but I like the way Davis handled the ball that time. Keeping it low, short, quick touches, and with at least a hint of offensive intention. A quick run into the box we go. And with a couple of funny bounces. Oh, my goodness. It looked like Jesse Ramirez was going to deliver a shot, but instead it bounced off. Looked like number 8 for the Pirates there. And the ball bounced off, and it sailed just wide. So a corner kick for the Wildcats. Far post, way far post. Johnson can't quite catch up to it. Trying again is Weems, having to back up. Downs, Weems, Johnson. Johnson, waiting for it is Fisher. To her it goes. Fisher. On the mark now is Evelyn Galindo. Fisher. May try it. Waiting for it. She goes with Magnuson. The long ball that time for Jesse Ramirez doesn't find her in the same zip code. Ball goes out of bounds. 49 minutes, 3 seconds into this game. 10 minutes into the second half of play. Taking care of it, of the throw-in, that is. It will be Siri Nugent. With a bit of trouble, Zavala. Throwing for the Wildcats. Praiser looking for Miss Johnson. Zavala. Taken away by Praiser. Praiser trying to find Weems. Weems prevailing. Weems. The touch up field for May Trichit. On the mark is Mendes. Now a double team and a bit of a collision there. Everybody seems to be doing okay. Everybody gets back up, but it will be Eastmont Wildcat ball nonetheless. May Trichit, top of the box. Oh my goodness, flag is up. Yes, indeed. None of that will count. I agree completely. I don't know about you, Matt, but I thought she was in an illicit position.
Yeah, I think that was the right call. I mean, the ball was touched by it looked like it was touched by a Davis defender who was trying to play that ball. It still got through. Sometimes the referees can interpret that and allow that to happen with the law change, but it's not that called all that oftenly. There's the word.
That's the word of the day. Oftenly. Use it tomorrow at school, kids.
Extra points.
Nugent. We saw Miss Torres with a little trouble with one of her boots. And since she's wearing gloves, she had a teammate tie them shoelaces for her. Play continues. Yaritza Martinez, interrupted by Magnuson. Across midfield, off to the races is Johnson. First runner will be Galindo. Trying to paint the stripe. Magnuson, out of bounds, throwing for the Pirates. 51 minutes, 23 seconds into this one. And Eastmont still leads 2-0. The throw-in. Good control that time. May try it. Weems. Trying to shake one marker. Fisher. Two forwards trying to stay on sides. Quick run. Greathouse. Looking for Ramirez, and instead it finds the feet of Annie Rosales, who sends it to the throw-in. Greathouse. That doesn't quite work like she expected. Praiser's touch sends the ball out of bounds. The referee disagrees with that. It looks like he has granted a throw-in, but for the Wildcats. I thought it was number 16, Praiser, sending it out of bounds. Apparently I was wrong. There's a throw-in. Defensive touch by the Pirates. The shot by Matraichit with more optimism than accuracy sails over the crossbar, and it will be a goal kick for Davis. This moment of the game brought to you by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament and event today. Call the Pro Shop today to schedule your time on the Full Swing S4 widescreen golf simulators. Number is 509-884-4653. 884-4653. See what the referee is. The referee's having a bit of a talk there from a distance with Davis coaching staff. Galindo on the clearing. Ball goes out of bounds.
It's been a pretty clean game. I have not, obviously, there's no tempers flaring at all, but not many fouls or stuff going on. It's
Johnson, Fisher, getting that right foot ready. Instead, she tries to thread the needle between two markers. Doesn't quite work. Trying again is Matraichit. Now it was Ramirez and Prazer over the head of everybody. A good touch. Viene. Oh my goodness! And it sails wide, but the flag was up. Oh, that looked pretty.
Yeah, that was a good back post run, good back shoulder run. Just to thread offside. I mean, sometimes your arm can be in an offside position, but the rest of your body cannot. So maybe she had a little bit too much shoulder over that weird line. But
looks like number 6 for the Wildcats has entered the contest. That's Kendall Razor. Is it Reeser? Number 6.
I gave you my roster prior to the game.
And that's where your responsibilities ends, huh?
Yeah.
Good through all that time. Into the box. This could be interesting. The shot. Oh, it kisses off the upright. Oh, my goodness. Miss Jessie Ramirez is going to have nightmares about that one tonight.
No, we got a handball there, I believe. The center is not checking his AR. But I think the keeper carried the ball over the line before she punted it. And we're going to get a free kick from Eastmont here at the top of the 18, it looks like.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Thank you, Matt. I did not see that. Yes, indeed. And it will be an indirect free kick.
Which heads kudos to the AR. I mean, so many times you see them run down the field and not stay even with the or level with the ball. They run in advance of that when they should be staying level with the ball there. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen keepers carry that ball over that line and handle it.
I'm going to take a guess here. My guess is that this is not something that gets called very often, like you said, and I'm guessing that Miss Torres is going to be very careful from now on. I know she's a senior, but if she's got any more soccer in her life, perhaps in college, she's going to be very careful from now on.
You just get used to the AR running up the field prematurely.
Yeah. It will be... Looks like...
only 3 in the wall here, too.
Yeah, I know.
That's a little risky.
There's the touch. A couple of bounces off the wall. Sails just a little wide. It should be a corner kick, and now we've lost the scoreboard. We've lost the scoreboard, so...
Game over?
Are we going home? Is that what this means? We're going home? I'm sure the folks here at Eastmont High School are trying their hardest to get it back up and running again. A quick move into the box. Fisher, the shot. Goal! 3-0 for the Wildcats. This time, the honors go to Paige Fisher. Matt Wisen, nothing the goalkeeper could do.
No, it's kind of blocked it from view, really. The defender had the positioning on that, but Paige just kept working and got a foot on it. And a great shot.
We got the scoreboard back. It showed 3-0, and then it went down again. Well, we're going to have to improvise here, folks.
Apparently the power supply to the scoreboard is wrapped around the net, and it only activates when it's moved. But briefly.
All right. A touch. That time by Ramirez. Ramirez connecting with Prazer. Prazer and the takeaway for the Pirates by Mendes. Mendes trying to surprise, in this case, number 14 for the Wildcats. Looked like West. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Pirates. Getting ready to go in are 2 players for the Wildcats, 10 and 11. So that will be Mackenzie Ferguson and Julia Martinez. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw-in this time for the Wildcats.
Still no scoreboard there. We have an unofficial clock.
Yeah.
And kudos to Mr. Kuntz for having a countdown clock with 22 and a half minutes.
22 and a half, that's
remaining.
Right. Yeah. For those of you at home, the game should meet its 40-minute limit just before 7:50 in the PM.
You know, kudos for making it easy for us to read, but it's more of a football clock or an NCAA clock, and that's why I said kudos initially, because I'm used to now seeing NCAA
good ball.
clocks.
Flag is up. Yes, indeed. Way offside. And a substitution coming? No, not quite yet. Yes, indeed, it will take place after all. So number 10 Ferguson and number 11 Martinez, the first 2 subs in the first half, now getting some more playing time in the second stanza of this game.
I hate to admit it, but I am kind of liking the countdown clock that the NCAA has now. I'm getting used to it.
Because your son is playing at Whitworth, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
It makes sense. The clock is stopped during long shortage or
stoppages.
Long stoppages. It's kept by the basically the 4th referee in conjunction with the timing, the timer on the side of the field.
Quick through all that time. Johnson getting that left foot ready, and it sails just a little wide.
And so, it's one less thing that the center has to maintain. The crowd, it keeps the crowd into it a little bit more, gets rid of that mysterious extra time. It's never going to take place, though, or take hold outside of the NCAA. So
no,
it's not a battle I'm gonna rage on. And, maybe getting rid of VAR would be nice. I'll take up that battle.
I have diverging opinions when it comes to that. I don't mind the VAR too badly.
I've just seen it. I don't think that it should be contested as much as it is. As many bad VAR calls that have happened that most people can look at and clearly say that is a handball, but it was not called. Things like that. It was meant to take that out of the game, and it hasn't. So it's frustrating. And what it does do is introduce more delays.
Ferguson and Greathouse. Martinez. Julia Martinez, far post, the touch. Oh my goodness, the save on the second try, this time by Fisher, doesn't pan out either. What a save by Torres that time, Matt Wisen.
That was impressive. That was very strong save there. Not much she could do about it. I'll give her that. But I saw her arms come up, and she made a play on it, and that ball was moving almost faster than you could see. So, in a point blank, that's a very good reaction save.
Ball goes out of bounds.
And a great volley, a good cross in and strong shot.
With more urgency than the style, the back line of the Pirates, in this case, Miss Evelyn Galindo sending it out of bounds. Galindo. Trying to scoop it back is Matraichit. Touch into Wildcat territory. Trying to find Martinez. Julia Martinez. Ball bounces off of Nugent. It will be Wildcat ball. About 18 minutes away from the end of regulation, with the Wildcats leading the Pirates 3-0.
And kudos to Eastmont for keeping their foot on the pedal. Usually when you're up 3-0, you might have a tendency to kind of play a little bit more defensively and sit back and park the bus. But I've seen too many times where that just lets the other team start pounding on your goal, and you might give up a goal or two. But they still have their foot on the floor.
Nugent, defensive header by Ferguson. Fisher, Matraichit, Fisher. Trying to scoop it is Johnson. Lugo, across the center alley, into no player's land. Magnuson.
Speaking of not taking your foot off the pedal, the Phillies are up right now 7-0 in the seventh. 7-0. I'm going to give that the
soccer score
reference to baseball here, but Phillies are up 7-0. I'm going to say it again in the seventh.
All right, it's the Houston Astros. They can go into negative scores and I still wouldn't be satisfied. I like Dusty Baker a lot, but yeah, it's the Astros. Yuck.
I have an Astros rookie card from a famous pitcher who became a Mariner, known for killing a seagull.
Randy Johnson?
Randy Johnson. I believe he started
Astros rookie card? He started with the Expos.
Expos, are sure?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well,
yeah, he went from the Mariners to the Astros.
Oh.
And a trade for Carlos Guillen, Freddy Garcia, and I think John Halama.
Okay, well, there you go.
And a player to be named later.
Well, anyway, I've got his rookie
I
card.
made that part.
For some reason, I was thinking he was a Astro to start.
No, they traded him from the Expos to the Mariners in exchange for Mark Langston. It will be a throw-in for, looks like the Pirates, but we're going to have a substitution, 2 of them as a matter of fact. Number 2 and number 5 for the Wildcats will enter this contest. Number 2 is Maddie Bonniwell. And number 5 is Mila Hoggy.
So the winner of this game plays Thursday, correct? I believe it's Thursday. So that's why we're seeing, it would behoove the team to start really going to the bench and getting some minutes off of, saving some minutes, I guess, from your starters.
Saving some wear and tear from the players who are going to do battle with either Eisenhower or Moses Lake if this score holds. The through ball, looking for Fisher. Fisher off to the races, waiting inside the box now is Johnson. To her goes Johnson, and it sails just a little long.
That was a really nice ball in. Had that good outswinger curve that you want to see if you're hitting the far post.
Matraichit. I like players like her. They don't always appear on the stat sheet, but when they're there, you know they're there. Everything goes through her at some point. This moment of the game brought to you by Harvest Valley Pest Control. Living healthy, local, and pest-free. You can rest assured with Harvest Valley Pest Control. We are using kid and pet-safe materials around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate. 509-423-2207. 509-423-2207. Free kick for the Pirates. Matraichit opening the game up for Johnson. Matraichit back to Johnson. Trying to sail past the marker Galindo. She does. The touch upfield for Martinez. Can't quite make it work. That will be Julia Martinez. Linkenberg. Ball goes out of bounds, throw in for the Pirates. And yeah, you're absolutely right. A couple of players for the Wildcats are still warming up. There's a shot trying to surprise Miss Tickner. No dice. It will be a goal kick for Eastmont. 67 minutes, 14 seconds into this one, and now it is the turn of number 17 for the Wildcats, Miss Jessie Ramirez, to get some more playing time. And now number 4 as well. That would be Zaira Houston. Ferguson. The stop by Nugent. Ball goes out of bounds. Throwing for the Wildcats. Ramirez. Bit of a battle there. Mendes. Trying to make it across midfield. Interrupted there by, looks like it was number 14, West. Play continues. Ball goes out of bounds. Touch for Lugo. Ball goes out of bounds the other way. It will be the Wildcats putting it back into play. Velasquez. Galindo. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Wildcat ball, and it is. Touch over the head of one marker. Matias. Martinez. Julia Martinez, shot across. And it bounces off the shoulder. Oh my goodness, it fooled me just for a split second how it made the net dance. And it should be a corner kick for the Wildcats. 68:58 on the clock. This moment of the game brought to you by Together for Youth. Would like to encourage you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. Ferguson. Bit of hesitation by the goalkeeper, and the touch sails over the crossbar. You could see the frustration there, all the way from up here at base camp. On the face of, looked like Houston on that shot. And as we approach the 70th minute of play, make that the 71st minute of play, it will be a goal kick for the Pirates. Play resumes. Across midfield we go. The stop by Magnuson. West. Out of bounds. Covarrubias. Ferguson charged from behind by, it looked like Zavala. Free kick for the Wildcats. Mendes. Covarrubias. Mendes. Taken back by the Wildcats. Bit of a touch for Ferguson. Left-footed shot. Ferguson! Goal, 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 goal! 71st minute, and Ferguson has a brace. 2 goals in her personal account. It's 4-0 Eastmont.
Yeah, really good shot there, going against momentum for the keeper, and hitting that back post across the front of the goal from distance. Just a really fantastic shot.
We were talking about it earlier. You were making mention of it, Matt Wisen, the depth of this team. Ferguson did not start this contest, and here she is, 2 goals to her name.
Yeah, coming in off the bench, it's great. It's good momentum for a player. It's what you want to see as a coach. Players wanting to make a difference on the team, wanting to make their presence known on the field, trying to earn a spot on the starting roster. That's great coaching. It's it's what you want to see, that competitiveness. And the players are all happy for her. They're all celebrating that goal. So just good things here.
Isn't Coach Hurtado the coach for the boys too?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Because we've seen that in the boys program as well. I remember a game with Tyrell Malcolm came off the bench, and I don't know if he scored 3, but he scored at least 2 on the second half. So whatever it is that Coach Hurtado is selling his players, they are buying. So
Tyrell's having a good season at Spokane Falls right now.
Bigfoot, right? No.
Bigfoot,
yeah. Okay. Quick shout out to the former Eastmont Wildcat. We remember him fondly. Play resumes with West and Ramirez across both ends of the center circle. Trying to push it upfield was Ferguson. Reeser, take him back. Good ball, good maneuver into the box. Right-footed shot. Go, 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 go! My goodness, make it 5-0 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, good kind of run against momentum. You get the ball back, you work hard in the midfield, get that quick turnover. Eastmont or Davis just wasn't quite ready for that slotted pass through, and clearly now the momentum is gone against them in the second half with the 3 goals, and I think they're kind of unfortunately looking for a way to escape. They did so well for so long defending, and even mounting some challenges against Eastmont, and then as the game wore on, I think they just kind of lost momentum, and they faced some very enthusiastic players from Eastmont.
It looks like the goal by my aging peepers was by number 15, and that is none other than Amelia Stuffelbein. So that's the 5th tally of the game for these Wildcats, who are basically running away with it. We still about have 6 minutes, just a little under 6 minutes to go. I don't expect a whole lot of injury time here, Matt Wisen. Do you?
No, I don't. Sometimes if the game is a little tighter, you might see a little more time left on the magic injury clock.
That's a good name for it. There's Stuffelbein. Taken back by the back line of the Pirates. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in. Huggy. Stuffelbein putting some pressure now. Martinez prevailing a 3rd time. Good for her. Ramirez looking to find Reeser. Martinez, Julia Martinez. Ramirez. Take away by Zavala. Maciel. Nugent. Matias. Across midfield. Recovered by the Wildcats. Looking for Miss Johnson. And the stop by Miss Torres. 76 minutes, 24 seconds into this game. This moment of the game brought to you by Sangster Motors. Family owned and operated. Home of the all-new electric Hummer pickup and SUV.
I saw one of those electric Hummers the other day.
Say something?
Oh, goodness.
Quick run down the flank. Personal maneuver! Julia Martinez makes it half a dozen.
Strong near post shot there. The keeper almost had that had that covered up, and there was just a tiny window there, and she just made sure it was going to blast right on through. Good turn, way to get around that back defender and go at goal.
And not give that ball up. Just keep fighting on for it.
And defensively, I mean, this back line has been under fire here in the last 30 minutes. And I said the first 10 minutes were the most important part, but they weathered that storm.
They did.
And it looked like it might just be a long grind there for a while.
A quick push up field. Miss Torres. The clock is about to stop here on the scoreboard in about 15 seconds or so. We see the assistant referee checking his watch.
Yeah, we're talking about the electric Hummer there for a minute from Sangster Motors.
Yeah.
And I saw one the other day, and those things are extremely impressive. Just the amount of horsepower. You see a truck that big, but with the electric engines are so incredibly fast and strong. It's just unbelievable. And all the things that they have, this suspension with the various modes that you can just adjust. You're driving a truck that can pull 14,000 pounds, but can drive like a sports car. And it's pretty cool.
We see that Miss Maddie Bonnywell is in the game as well, number 2. Let's make a note of that. So, yeah, Coach Hurtado giving every player a shot. Almost every player, I should say, a shot. We have Bonnywell, Ferguson, Martinez, Reeser, Huggy, Houston, West, Stufflebeam, and it's paid off. It's paid off without a doubt. Martinez has a goal. Ferguson has 2 goals. Stufflebeam has a goal.
And getting these players confidence going into the next game.
Forget about it.
Can't be said and understated, I guess.
The clock has stopped, so now time is being kept by the officials on the field. Quick run this time by Lugo. Touch to the back. Bit of a chipper there. Not a major worry for Miss Tickner, who in the second half could have been doing her homework back there. We didn't mention her name at all, which speaks to the steady presence and the good game that the back line of Eastmont had in the second half. And of course, the scoreboard, the offensive firepower, that goes without saying. There's a quick run. Stufflebeam looking for her second. The shot across and the stop by Torres. And there's the whistle that tells us that Eastmont moves on to the next round to play the winner of Eisenhower against Moses Lake. The final score, 6 for Eastmont, 0 for the Davis Pirates. Don't go away.
We were in Roseburg in the early 80s. Our oldest son, Dan, was a defensive back, a starter on that team. They in fact, became Oregon State champions, setting the first undefeated 14-0 season in Oregon's history. And our kids still talk about that. I go back now, too, and I think about all those great days and great times. The neat thing is that we can go back in today and still enjoy the same quality food that we enjoyed 50 years ago. That's legendary.
I'm Brian Thorpe, and I'm proud to say that Global Car Care is growing. We always do the right thing, and because of that, we're busy, and it's time to hire an experienced automotive technician. We spend as much time with our coworkers as we do our own family. I want them to understand they're not a number here. They're a person with a family, and I want them to be part of this family too. Do you want an owner that understands and respects what you do every day? I'm that guy. Our compensation is the best in the area. I want you to have your career with us.
The newest generation of GMC Sierra pickups offer the most advanced technology, the strongest selection of powertrain, and everything else you need to work hard, play hard, and explore the boundaries of the Wenatchee Valley and beyond. Take a look at the latest, most luxurious and durable trucks on the market.
You will see why GMC is not your grandfather's pickup.
You want to bet, kid?
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. go ahead and move this chase on the other side. We can just move from
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
Don't stress, just save up to $250 on select tires with financing at our Les Schwab Fall Tire Sale. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
You've got a lot to do today. While you're out and about, remember to dispose of your unused medications safely and anonymously. It's a simple act that makes your home a safer place. Next time you're at the pharmacy, just place them in the drop box. To find a location, visit medproject.org.
I believe we've been coming to Abby's for 56 years, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
56 years.
Remembering all the events as a family and a community that we spent at Abby's.
Excellent and delicious food at an affordable price. We're delighted that we live close enough to be able to be a frequent customer.
And we are.
And we are. In fact, we've got orders to bring home a giant pizza when we leave here tonight.
Welcome back to Eastmont High School, Wildcat Stadium, where we have just witnessed the Eastmont Wildcats defeat and then some the Davis Pirates by a score of 6-0. Next to me is Anna Klinkenberg, player of the game as chosen by the coaching staff of the Wildcats. And on my other side is the head coach of the Wildcats, Vidal Hurtado. Let's start with Miss Anna. Welcome, Anna. And please take us to that moment when you guys are ahead 2-0, 3-0, and instead of just holding back and saying, okay, we got this one, you kept going for more. What was it like being there?
It felt amazing, to be honest. It was really good. We did it for our Coach Kimmel. So we were just playing them away for our Coach Kimmel.
Tell the people at home the situation with Coach Kimmel. We talked about it in the first, at the beginning of the broadcast, so you're not talking out of school. Go ahead.
Okay. Our Coach Kimmel has lymphoma cancer, so we are fighting for him as he would fight for us.
Absolutely. Matthew is a long-time friend of mine, so if I get a little choked up, I apologize. Now, tell us, when you were coming in, what was the mindset of the team? Because you guys have played this team twice. You've beaten them pretty handily, but it's hard to beat a team 3 times. So what was the mindset going in, aside from what you mentioned about Coach King?
Our mindset was coming in confident and not cocky.
Yeah. And how did that manifest on the field?
It showed because we played super tough and we were aggressive and we were continuing to find our passes and we could send our balls because we knew our girls up top could get them.
One of the things that we talked at the beginning of the broadcast was chemistry, the importance of chemistry. And I saw today we saw a couple of bench players, I think 3 of them as a matter of fact, score goals, and everybody was as happy as if it was like the start of the team scoring the goals. Tell us a little bit about the chemistry of this team.
Our chemistry is super close. Our team, everyone is tight. It's like everyone's best friends. It's amazing. So when we put our freshmen in, we all get hyped for each other. So it's really cool.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Ms. Klinkenberg. Congratulations. And on the other side, waiting patiently, as always, Coach Hurtado, welcome and congratulations. And tell us, how do you feel about the offensive firepower of this team? About Ferguson 2 goals, Martinez 1 goal, Stufflebeam another goal.
It's good. It's good to have quality players up top. I think what impressed me the most was the number of opportunities we created. You know, we put enough in, but the amount of opportunities we created is what I take away. Intentional crosses, you know, right runs, and sometimes we got a little lucky hitting the post, but it's good to have that kind of diversity of player and the quality of our players all around.
Tell us a little bit about the unsung heroes of this game, the ones that perhaps will not appear on the stat sheet. I gotta be honest, I zeroed in on my. But tell us a little bit more about the players who make it possible for a performance like this to happen.
Well, it takes a whole team, you know. In order for us to be able to build, we got to defend the ball well, transition well, connect passes out the field. I think we were a little bit too vertical. We've been talking about needing to be more aggressive, more direct. But it takes players to make the right run. Sometimes they're going to get the ball, sometimes they're not going to. So all around, everybody was involved. Everybody created opportunities. We defended well. So you know, I struggle to highlight single players because it takes 11 plus. Yeah.
What is next? Do you know who you're playing at or not quite yet?
I do not know who we play next. It is the winner between Moses Lake and Eisenhower, so I'll be looking to see who won that game. Nice thing for us is we'll play home. It's on Thursday. I believe it's a 6 o'clock game, so see you here if you can make it. And so we're just gonna kind of recover a little bit tomorrow, prep, and then get ready for Thursday because it's a quick turnaround, and winning now one will give us a battle for the second Berkeley State. So I'm looking forward to that.
Coach, we all are. Thank you very much, Coach Hurtado. That was Coach Hurtado and Ms. Anna Klinkenberg. We're going to take a quick break. No, we're wrapping it up. All right. All right. Thank you very much.
As usual. Hey,
fun.
Vamos Gatos!
Vamos Gatos. I don't know what that means. We're going to wrap it up here. On behalf of everyone involved, especially my partner, Mr. Matt Wisen, is making faces at me behind the camera. We'd like to say thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Now handoff up the middle again. Peterson's got some room up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This has been a special presentation of NCWLIFE Channel Sports. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Les Schwab Tires, and Sangster Motors. Be sure to tune in for more local sports right here on the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return you to normal programming already in progress.
Win the district championship.